Hey, what's going on guys? Butterbar here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Division 2 video. So, the state of the game is tomorrow. Massive is going to be hopefully giving us a lot of new details, a lot of new different news about what changes they're going to be making to the Division 2. And I know at least for us players, they've asked us, hey, we would love to get some feedback of the game. We would love to know what you guys think about where the game's at right now. At least in my opinion, I think that's great because as a player, as somebody that's put a lot of time and effort into the Division 2 and has had a lot of fun, not only playing by myself, but with friends, or even using the matchmaking, I've had a great time playing this. However, there are things in this game that I absolutely cannot stand, and hopefully later in the future, at least with either maybe this week's update or the week after when the raid comes out, I know the PTS is going to be kind of somewhere in between. I really do hope that we get some major changes to this game, and I know my feedback at least is a day late and a dollar short because I know Massive did ask for some feedback saying, hey, you know, what do you guys think about these certain things that are going on in the game? We would love to know from you guys, and I know I've been kind of late about this, and the state of the game is tomorrow. However, I wanted to give you guys my opinion about a few things that I've kind of touched base on, either in previous videos or things that I've just kind of looked up either on Reddit that other people are having problems with, or things I'm running into now recently that I'm like, oh my god, this needs to be changed, this needs to be looked at, because it gets really crazy. Right now, you guys are watching some heroic bounty gameplay. We got a heroic bounty, and my god, it was insane. You're going to see me die a couple of times, and I will kind of get into that with actually being the first topic that we're going to talk about today is player health and damage and AI health and damage. Right now, as a player, dude, I feel like I got paper mache armor. Again, armor, at least in my opinion, and the health stat don't really mean a whole lot in this game. Health, you can have, you know, either 150,000, 200,000, or 250,000, or hell, you can have almost a 300,000 armor in this game. And damage is dealt to you pretty much around the same no matter how much armor you have. You can get 2 shot, you get 1 shot by the hounds that are walking around in this game. And to me, I really want, you know, later in the future that we get either, you know, for the love of God, please give us some more, you know, survivability in this game. If we're going to have rocking, you know, 200,000 health or 250,000 armor and whatnot, I would love to have some survivability. I really do feel like I feel like I'm a wet paper towel with how I just get like hit one time on the shoulder or something. I'm you know, popping over cover. I just feel like I take way too much damage. You know, hard mode, challenge mode, even heroic mode, I get it. The NPCs are supposed to deal a lot more damage just because of the higher difficulties. But good lord, I did not think I'd be getting 2-shotted or even 1-shotted by some NPCs. So I really do hope that we do get some enlightenment on, and hopefully some changes to how much health as players that we have and what our survivability is. Damage-wise, at least as a player, I really don't feel like I'm dealing enough damage, even though I feel like I have a really good build. I feel like I have a really good loadout between weapons that I like to use. I don't feel like I'm dealing enough damage. Now again, that goes with, you know, the higher difficulties and how much health the AI have, but again, you know, player health and damage and AI health and damage just go hand in hand, because right now, at least in the Division 2, you know, I get it. I'm a super soldier. I'm a super secret agent. I definitely don't feel that way. I don't feel like, you know, the Division agent that I guess I should be. I'm the, you know, this powerful character in this world of the Division. I do not feel like that at all, and right now, at least on the player side, it is really, really bad. So again, I really hope at least Massive increases how much health we have, increases the survivability that we have, and also too increases how much damage we do, at least the AI. But then on the flip side with the AI do a crap load of damage. They do a lot of damage, and they also absorb a lot of damage. So I really do look forward to, at least between the AI player and the AI and as well as the player health and damage, it kind of gets, you know, balanced out, because right now it is a lot in favor of the AI. And it is really down in the dumps for us players when it comes to health and damage. So really, at least with the state of the game tomorrow, I hope that Massive answers a lot of questions about what us players are wanting when it comes to survivability, as well as being able to deal damage. And hopefully, you know, it will not be the craziness that it is right now when you're wanting to do either hard, challenging, or even right now heroic game modes. All right, let's talk about talent buffs. Right now, at least from the last state of the game from last week, they talked about buffing some talents and nerfing some talents. I will tell you right now, again, if the game is left the way it is right now, and again, a big change when the Tidal Basin update came, where players are not dealing as much damage as they did, because, you know, they removed the 30-round magazine, and they nerfed a couple of things. things. Please buff stuff. Don't nerf anything. Right now, at least, if you are going to keep the AI health and damage the way it is, please buff things and do not nerf anything. Right now, it is a complete challenge to try to stay alive and deal enough damage to the AI, and if you start nerfing talents and making them not desirable, at least when it comes to PvE, it's going to be a travesty. It really is. It's going to be heartbreaking just because I really do feel like it is a uphill battle no matter what game mode, or sorry, what difficulty you're playing on. It is a uphill battle because of how much damage us players take and how much we are not able to deal out. So when it comes to talents on equipment as well as weapons, please do not nerf anything. Please buff things. If you see that talents need to be buffed up to be more competitive with other talents, I totally get that. Please do that. Don't take things and nerf them. If they're too powerful, don't nerf them down to balance things out. Just move stuff up to where they can balance themselves up there. Biggest thing for me right now, I will tell you, I imagine a lot of people are dealing with this problem as well. Dodging. Good lord. Right now, Massive, at least in my opinion, the dodging mechanic in this game is dookie, man. It really is. It's really, in my opinion, it is really bad. I cannot tell you how many times that I would try to use a dodging mechanic to get the hell out of things, and I usually just dodge right back to the same cover I just tried to get away from, or I dodge to the wall that I just dodged off of. The dodging mechanic in this game is really, really wonky. In my opinion, I really don't feel like as soon as you dodge something, you should just go straight into cover. I feel like that's at least what's happening to me every time I dodge. I'm going straight into cover, and pretty much whatever the closest cover is, if I dodge a little bit away from the cover I just was at, I'm getting sucked back into that cover. So I would love to know from you guys. Let me know in the comments below. Are you guys facing that same problem? At least when it comes to trying to evade the enemy and trying to get away from the danger. I really do feel like dodging in this game is not the way that it used to be, at least in the Division 1. And I get it. I understand, at least on the PvP side, I get it that dodging, you don't want people spamming it. I know there's a little bit of a cooldown between movements and being able to evade, but at least in the PvP or PvE environment, it is bad. Again, it kind of goes off of everything with AI damage and health for how much damage they're able to deal out. Dodging, half the time, I mean, you might as well just not even dodge. You might as well just sit there, take the damage, take the death, and just kind of go off of that. Let's go into skills. Skill cooldowns as well as buffing some skills. Right now, the way, at least with the Division 2, the way that skills work is not like the Division 1. Right now in Division 2, skills start a cooldown as soon as they are done being used. In the Division 1, skill cooldown started immediately. As soon as you use that skill, it was immediately into a skill cooldown. So if you had talents or perks that where you get so many kills or whatever, it decreases the cooldown. As soon as your skill was done being used, that cooldown could be finished. You could use your skill immediately right after it goes away. And I get it. PvP and PvE are two different things. They're two different beasts, being able to balance them right now. But at least in the Division 2, it really does suck between how weak some of these skills are to how long you have to wait in order to use them is, in my opinion, really just devastating to at least a player with what we're having to deal with in game with the difficulty and how hard some components of this game is. So when it comes to skill cooldowns, I would love to see the same thing from the Division 1 to Division 2 where you can actually see them actually cooling down as soon as you use them. As soon as you activate it, it immediately starts a skill cooldown and you're able to use it right away. I mean, again, the one thing that makes the Division 2 feel unique, or the Division games as a series, I mean, you have skills. You have things that you can use in your advantage as a player to help out in either yourself or your teammates around you. And right now in the Division 2, I feel like skills are kind of hampered right now, not only with the cooldown that kind of eliminates you being able to use them as often, but also some of these skills are extremely weak. I mean, I can't tell you right now how many people don't use the Firefly, or don't use the cluster grenades, or don't use the pulse. I mean, there's a lot of different skills in this game that people do not use. I think the most I've seen is the Chem Launcher, the Hive, whether that be the Healing Hive or the Revive Hive. The Flame Turret I've seen a lot, and the drone that you have to kind of block bullets or heal you or deal damage. So those are the four things, at least skill-wise, that I see in the game that are being used a lot. And again, please, if nerfing skills are on the radar, please don't do that. Bring the skills up. If there are skills that are not being competitive with other skills that players are not picking, please take those skills that are not being picked, buff them up, make different changes to where they're more competitive with the stronger skills. And again, I mean, some of the skill, I mean, even the Hive and the Chem launcher. Again, I'm not a huge fan of the change of the Chem launcher, at least on console, but I do feel like some of these skills for healing are not that great as well. I mean, hell, you can have a crap load of skill power, and no matter how much skill power you actually have, number-wise, you don't heal yourself more. You don't, have a shorter cooldown. No matter how short or how much skill power you have, it's all depending on the mods that you put in, which again is just kind of a goofy thing. Because hell, right now some of the mods in this game, at level 500, are even weaker than the 450 mods that I have. I think I have more 450 mods that are more powerful than 500 mods in most of my skills and even in my gear than anything else. So again, skills-wise, I would love to see a cooldown. I would love to see them be refreshed to where we'd be able to use them right away. And mods, man, don't require us to have so much skill. And again, having so much skill and then not the reward of having really powerful mods is a really big turn down for me. I really wish it was. I really wish stuff like that would get a little bit more buffs than anything else. You're gonna see this. I just died. I'm going to be spawning back into the game on a player that's in this little museum. I immediately die because of loading time, and I'm burned alive. It's the goofiest thing. It's just really funny that I'm watching this. Next thing, higher difficulty means better rewards. Right now, you can do hard, you can do challenge, you can do heroic. Your rewards are really not that great. Again, with the gear score as well being, anything between 450 and 500 or 490 and 500. The gear is just not that great, and the reward really, I mean, you can do I don't know, I really just again, if you are one of those players that are doing challenging missions, or even, you gotta squad together to do heroic missions, the gear that you get or the rewards that you get, the XP you get, are not that great. For the amount of time that you have to put into really difficult missions at challenging or heroic, the rewards are not that great. I would love to see better rewards, being able to reward the player a lot more if they are deciding and they're choosing to do a harder mission, or even bounty or anything else in this game. If you're doing heroic, I really do think you should be rewarded for your efforts and not get the I don't know, in my opinion, sometimes you get some really garbage things that half the time I don't even pick up anymore in this game. Lastly, I want to talk about this because I just started using it. So I've leveled up the Survivalist, I've leveled up the Demolitionist. The last thing I'm working on is the Marksman tree, and I have to say, at least with the Survivalist, I love the healing aspect. The crossbow's not that great. The Demolitionist, I love the 40mm grenade launcher. The Marksman skill list, or the skill specialization, I have to say I'm not really that impressed. However, you deal a lot of damage, which I'm really impressed by with the skill tree, or with the specialization tree. However, the 50 cal Marksman rifle is not that great. In my opinion, I really don't think it is great as, the explosiveness of the crossbow or the 40mm grenade launcher. I really do feel like that 50 cal sniper rifle is extremely weak. So I really would love to see that specific specialization weapon get a buff, because in my opinion right now it is not worth using in this game. Just get the use the different buffs that you get through the specialization tree, but don't use the marks or the sniper rifle. It's just, to me, I don't know. Again, that's just my opinion. I would love to know from you guys, what do you guys think about that 50 cal sniper rifle, because right now I really do feel like it is extremely weak. So guys, that was it. I wanted to give you guys some things that I've kind of either seen on Reddit or I've experienced in game playing this game. Again, I'm really happy of playing The Division. I'm really enjoying this game. However, I do have some frustrations with some of the difficulties and some of the things I'm running into that are making this game extremely difficult. And I get it, harder missions, harder levels. It is supposed to be the, I get it. The higher difficulties is going to make it harder missions. I totally understand that. However, some of these things just feel like they're damn near impossible to get, or they take extremely long to do and not really getting rewarded for it. So out of anything, I would love to know from you guys, out of the changes, out of the feedback that I have given, I would love to know from you, what do you guys think about the feedback that I have for Massive? Again, Massive, I've been really enjoying your game. I really think you guys have done a great job, not only with the gameplay, but also cosmetics as well. I think that you guys did a fantastic job with that. However, I really do think some things, a few tweaks in this game can make it a really great game, a lot better than where it is right now. And again, I really have a lot of love for this game. I want to see it flourish. I want to see it be successful. So hopefully with some of the feedback that I've given, and hopefully other feedback that you've gotten from other people, you can make this game to be even better than what it is right now. So guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please drop me a like. Again, let me know in the comments below what do you guys think about some of the feedback that I've given. Again, Massive, thank you guys so much for making a fun game. I really do appreciate playing this game. Have a great rest of the day, guys, and I will see you guys all next time.